Welcome to Blooms in the Yard. I'm Kate, and I garden in Shawnee, Kansas in Zone 6B. So Transplanting Mania has begun in my yard. What does that mean? Well, it means at this time of year, I always go a little bit crazy after thinking about everything I want to move all summer. As soon as the temperatures cool down, I just start moving everything around like a crazy person. When I put in my phone, like as a little note to myself, Transplanting Mania, it self-corrected to Transplanting Maniac. And so I almost named this video Transplanting Maniac, but I decided I'd stick with Mania. But I'm just working on different areas of my yard a little bit at a time and moving things around where they need to be moved because things have grown bigger or they're not getting the light requirements they need, or just multiple reasons. It's kind of fun, but it might not always look super impressive because I'm not going out and buying new plants. I'm just moving things that are already in my yard. So hopefully you can visualize and just picture it with me and come along for the ride. It's beginning of September and I'm just moving a ton of things around. Right this second, I'm moving the Tuff stuff here to right here. Doesn't seem that far, but I moved it here so it would get more sun. It was in deep shade before, and this area gets sun for several hours during the day, and this Tuff stuff needs some more sun. However, I did not account for the fact that this big oak leaf would grow over it. So you can't, I don't know how well you can tell, but definitely it's shading it out. So just moving it over to here. This is a catmint, which could definitely use way more sun than it's getting here. I don't know how many hours this gets, maybe 4 or 5 hours. So it'll be perfect for the Tuff stuff, and it's not quite right for the catmint. I want to do a good job digging this up and not make a mess of the roots. This was a perfect year for this kind of hydrangea to bloom. We didn't get a late freeze. There's just no reason that it shouldn't have, so it's got to be sun. We're going to need a bigger hole. The last My Week in the Garden video, I took out the Ragucci clematis that was right here. And I know that temporarily things are not going to look better, but it's long term, and you might be starting to notice I do move things around quite a bit in the garden. You know, let me know, do you guys end up moving things a lot, or is that just a me problem? Because I'm just experimenting, and you know, I try something and it doesn't work. I'm kind of tempted to move this ginger forward. I think I'll do that. The next project for today is to move this black Stockings Thalictrum. It's really become overcrowded by that oak leaf. You're noticing a theme here, right? I do love the oak leaf, and I'm not going to get rid of it, but I am going to have to
find places for some other things. So this is meadow rue or Thalictrum, and it's got really pretty purple flowers. It's a gorgeous plant. I mean, the leaves don't look that great because of the shade, but it's really pretty. So I'm going to move this over to the other side where it will get more sun. It really is a beautiful plant. Oh, there it goes. I'm looking forward to being able to enjoy it more. This is where the Thalictrum's going to go. Right in there where that anemone is. I don't know what I'll do with the anemone, but that's where the Thalictrum needs to go. Okay, a smart person would have planted the Thalictrum before the tough stuff. Whoops. Now I have to work around it. Okay, here's our final product. So we have the tough stuff, the Thalictrum. Down here we moved the ginger forward and I stuck a couple of coleus cuttings in there. And then the anemone I took out from where the Thalictrum is, I stuck it over here. So this anemone, I've moved it a couple times. It's never done great. I've actually tried a couple different things in this spot. They've never done great. So maybe they've just been waiting for each other all this time. And if not, then I'll just toss that anemone. Underneath this oak leaf, right now it looks clear and it looks like I can plant things, but I know that next year, as soon as it rains, the oak leaf will cover up anything under there. So my idea, which I've just had in the last few weeks, is that I've always kind of lamented that I don't have anywhere to put compost. So I think I'm just going to start throwing cuttings, grass clippings and shredded leaves and cuttings and stuff back underneath here. There's quite a bit of space. I mean, this tree is, you know, there's a lot of space like back over there. That hypertufa I'm going to have to move because you can't even really see it. So all this space, I'm just thinking of starting to throw some clippings and stuff back there. So might as well start today. I have this pile. I'm gonna chop those up a bit and just put them back towards the fence. I'm not gonna put food in it. I don't wanna, that's one of the reasons I've avoided compost, is because we have enough critters. We don't need to draw in any more. So I'm not gonna do any food, and I'm probably not gonna turn it because you know, it's gonna be difficult to access. So it's just gonna be what it is, and then I'll check it after a year and see how it looks. Well, there's my beginning of my compost pile. I figure it's better than nothing.
I had to take out these purple poppy mallow because the rabbits kept eating them down. These are some of my really pretty short blue iris that were in the side yard, and I think they'll look really nice here.
So this morning I dug up these tall lilies here. They were too close to the magnolia tree on the left. Here are 3 of them, and the other 2 I already planted over here. Then, just ignore that trellis. There's a lot of crazy, unsightly things going on. Here I took out a peony while I'm still working on it. So I'm still digging those out, trying to get every last one because they'll come back if I don't. I want to put a tree here. A Kindred Spirit Oak is my plan. But I think I'm going to put these tall lilies here. I planted 3 of the tall lilies here. This is where I had daisies and an old peony that never did well. I moved it here 5 years ago. It's never bloomed. It never recovered from moving it. And when I went to dig it up, one shovel, one leverage, and it was out. So it literally never rooted in. And then over here, I planted the other 2. So there's 2 there. The oak tree, the Kindred Spirit Oak, I want to do right here, right on the edge of that catmint.
So I just drove home with my tree passenger. He just barely fits.
Still some obstacles to go, and those are me getting this out of the car. It's 15 gallons and my husband's not here and I'm impatient. So step 1, getting it out of the car. Step 2, rolling it over to where it needs to be planted and then digging a hole big enough and lifting it in there. So my daughter helped me get the tree out of the car like a champ, like we did awesome. I rolled it over here. That was much less graceful. It's going right around here. So time to do it to it. Well, it's in, it's planted. It's gonna do the job of kind of covering up that truck. It's gonna get 6 feet wide and 30 to 40 feet tall, I believe. So the other day, I decided I would put this trellis here because these dahlias were flapping down. And I really don't like it, so I'm gonna try something else. The main thing I'm doing is cleaning up this area. This has powdery mildew really bad. So I'm going to collect the flowers and be done with that plant. Should probably keep these black-eyed Susans actually. I had tied this up to get the zinnias off of the gold mop cypress, but it just didn't look that good in the landscape, so we'll bring them in.
That's it for this video. I have lots more things to move around in my garden before winter comes, but they're gonna have to wait for the next one. Thanks for watching.